Welcome to the podcast and live stream.
It's been a little while.
We just crushed Family Day yesterday. It is Tuesday. Feels like the beginning of the week, though. I was looking back at our podcasting, and we left. Our last one was Valentine's Day. What day was that? Monday? Valentine's Day. What did we do together for Valentine's Day to celebrate our love?
Don't make me.
What did we do?
We worked. We worked all day.
We did a little bit of work.
We worked all day.
And then what did we do to party at night?
We were so sick.
We were so freaking sick. Like we almost died kind of sick. Like it was like horrific.
Yeah.
It was horrific. Wasn't COVID, but there was wailing and gnashing of teeth. And there was sharing of bathroom. And it was a horrible, horrible episode. And so we were sick, and then we went down to a wedding, and
long after being sick.
It was a great wedding. I haven't done a wedding yet.
Saturday.
There was a time.
6 days later.
We were non-negotiable. What's that? Non-transmittable, non-viral.
We were cleared.
Clear.
Cleared by public health.
Clear on the runway.
Whew, that was not fun.
Good morning, Dale. How are you doing?
Dale.
Long time no see. I'll see you tonight, Dale, at the LifeLab. We did a wedding. I have not worn a suit. I have not done a wedding.
Officiated
in
a wedding?
3 years. And no, 2.5 years. And so when I went, I brought my suit to do the officiating, the aficionado, and I went to put on my vest, and I was like, oh my goodness. I have not worn restrictive clothing in 2 years. So you might want to check your suits, guys, before you bring them all the way to an 8-hour drive or 6-hour drive. So I had to really be conscious. I was self-conscious. I could do up my jacket, but I just didn't feel good about it.
You should have for the photos.
I felt like I was in a scuba suit.
Although I'm glad you didn't have your jacket done up. Anyway, that's fine. It's
why?
Well, because with that whole fire, they turned on the fireplace behind you, and then you thought you were going to die. Maybe if you had your suit done up, you would have passed out.
Yeah, I was on shortness of ability. I was a little anxious. It was a family wedding, and then the fireplace came on behind me, which kind of freaked me out, and I was like. I felt like my whole back was on fire, and I thought I was having I understand what you're talking about, hot flash, and you're in the mall and you're ripping off your coat, and I'm looking at you like you're crazy. That's how I felt.
That's exactly what happened.
But it was a great time. It was good.
And you did a really good job. And no one even knew that you thought you were on fire.
No, I don't.
No, I didn't
tell anybody. I wasn't.
You masked it very well.
I thought I was tripping.
All right.
Well, when we were going down to the T-Dot, when we were going down south, we went past the T-Dot, the Toronto, the 6. And there's guys that I've been having the honor of working online with and in recovery. And 2 of them, we went out for dinner. We took them out for dinner. And one guy had never met me in person. And so we got to meet in person. It was really good. High fives, encouragements all around. So congratulations, you two, on your sobriety and your achievements. And we just want to shout out Andrew's mom, Patricia, hashtag Patty Cakes.
Patty Cakes.
That's her nickname, Patty Cakes. And she's 70 years old, I think, on Saturday.
She was on Saturday.
Yeah, that's your shout out. Apparently, she watches us every day. I did not know that. And so there's your 70th birthday. And when I think 70 today, because I'm 48, when I think 70, that's not even old. 70 is not even...
I don't think you're 48 yet, though.
I'm 48. I'm not 49. I'm going to be 49. I was born in 1973. So if anybody is mathematically a wizard, then please shout out my age. But I think it's 48. That's the age I'm at, where it's confusing to know your age. So there's that. Goodness.
Are you already 48?
I have not had a coffee. This is how sick I was. And I'm not, I will say, and I know one of
you can skip coffee.
The first signs of addiction is that you say you're not. But I'm not a coffee addict.
You're not.
I'm literally not.
No.
And so I don't ever need coffee. I do it socially. I'm a social coffee drinker, and I'm very limited on my caffeine. Caffeine doesn't do well with me.
I need coffee.
So I had a coffee today. Like, that's how sick we were. You didn't even have coffee for 3 days.
No, I didn't. I didn't have coffee until.
I didn't have coffee since last Monday.
I didn't have coffee till we got to your cousin's. Those are the only coffees I had.
So now we're hopped up on coffee. Like, for me, the coffee's just kicking in.
I didn't have coffee for like a week. Someone's going to tell you how old you are. Oh, no. I thought just so old.
Darlene's like, you're just old.
You're just
like,
old.
When you can't start to remember.
All right, let's read.
It is February the 22nd. Is it the 22nd?
Yeah.
It is 2222 Tuesday, the 222. There's somebody that knows all about those kind of numbers.
Well, the wedding was 2022. I thought that was a really nice date to get married. But this
Here
one
we
would
go.
be too.
Welcome to our reading. We are going to take this as a contemplative meditation to take this idea into the world around us today.
Do I occasionally remind myself that the newcomer to the program is desperate, lonely, and bewildered? When I see a new face at a meeting and it is my turn to make a comment, do I keep that newcomer in mind and say something to inspire hope? Those who are unfamiliar with 12-step fellowship language and the concepts are apt to forget that they may increase the newcomer's bewilderment instead of helping him or her to come back to us for help. Let me cultivate awareness of those around me. It is all the better for me too if I clarify my thoughts before I speak. Today's reminder. I want to keep in mind that the 12-step therapy is an interchange. The more help I give, the more I get. If I learn to be aware of others and I am conscious of their reactions, the practice I get in this way will help me improve my relationships at home too. The mouth of the just bringeth forth wisdom. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable. That's a proverb. And those are our dog's nails.
I feel like the coffee was hitting you there, and you're like trying to read. Your mind's reading faster than your lips are going, and you're trying to understand it, and then you're commenting in your head. That's how I felt anyway. I think when we do a step 11 every day, we do a step 11, and then at the very end of our prayer meditation time, it asks us to. We don't pray for ourselves necessarily unless it's to be a service to those around us. And I think what I'm hearing out of this is that any 12-step community, any church community, we have our own language. We have our own, like, so we do things that include a lot of different languages. So Ash's Rubies event Saturday, this coming Saturday night in person. And we share stories and we do music and we do spoken word. And I always tell people, especially from the AA community or 12-step community, if they're sharing their story, use a language that everybody could understand. Right. And so when I come into a meeting, and I think some of the AA groups that I've been a part of, they've done this really well, where it's like, okay, here's a big group. Every new person's pretty anxious. I know one guy that got up and had a coffee and he was actually sharing. He got to share. And it's the first time he's ever been to a meeting. He goes, I'm so nervous that I went and got a coffee in a styrofoam cup. I don't drink coffee. But some of these groups have a step 1, 2, 3 meeting. So if you've never been to a meeting, you go over to this other room and you will have somebody that's, a member of that meeting. Just explain what's going on, explain step 1, 2, and 3.
That's
and then
helpful.
Everybody can share in that little room without going like, oh, the guru's over there. I feel like I can't share anything. So
because it's important. We're trying to be inclusive and not divide. We want to be inclusive and welcoming and not have people come in and you're going to feel uncomfortable anyway.
Like, even when you go to the doctor, it's so nice when they explain everything that's going to happen frame by frame. Instead of just getting dentist. I'm like, just tell me what's going to happen. Like, can we be of service to others, to the world around us, and really invite them into what we're doing, instead of like them hearing this language of like, oh, I don't even know what they were really talking about. How do I bring them into a meeting and go, this is what's going to happen? This is like, even prayer meditation. Like, I think sometimes we get lost in like, okay, we're going to take 5-minute meditation. and then we play music, and people are like, what's happening right
Mhm.
now? Like, I don't even know what that means. And so can we explain what these concepts are, what the practices and principles that we're living by?
Well, and I think I like the line here that talks about cultivating awareness of those around me. And I think that is like, that's the beginning of getting out of this self-centered state that I've been in for such a long time. Once I start to go to meetings or groups or participate in things that initially feel really uncomfortable to me, I'm actually getting out of my self-centered state. And that really happened. It was
really
super obvious at the beginning of COVID. There's a lot of people that were like, I'm not doing Zoom, just not doing Zoom. And that's in my opinion, which I know it's a very self-centered perspective.
Oh, you're dropping bombs.
Because
yes,
I didn't really want to do Zoom either. I am a major extrovert. Like, I want people, I need people, but I didn't just go to Zoom. I didn't just put on meetings on Zoom for me. I did it for other people so that people wouldn't be isolated, so that people wouldn't be alone. And can I actually go early to that Zoom meeting so that, like, if someone comes in and they look really awkward and they don't have their camera on, but I can like welcome them and I can say hello. And so it's not about me.
Yeah, that was a big transition for me, because if I do kombucha and we do farmers markets and we do Ashes to Rubies events and we do church events, I am in contact in a week with hundreds of people. How many meaningful conversations do I have with those people? Not many, but with Zoom, how many days have I been trapped in the basement? Not trapped. I mean,
you grew to like it.
And you form such intimacy, and you're like, and it's outside of the realm of what I really want to do, but it's inviting people into and cultivating a welcoming community that people can be a part of, do this work, or like,
and going early, arriving early so that I can actually stand in the foyer and look for people who look super uncomfortable and welcome them.
and go give them a hug and a tickle fight.
No,
like,
no, no,
hey,
no.
tickle fight.
Even though maybe
Make it really
greeting
weird.
isn't my job. Like, you know, we kind of like put that on the greeter. Oh, I'm not the greeter. No, but can I just like stand in the foyer and just like casually say hi to someone who's coming in? No matter where I go,
and connect.
Can I be there for the other people, not just be there for myself?
And not have your own motivation, but have, like, ask them questions and really invite them into the realm, because we're inviting people into the spiritual life, really. And we can be very anxious and nervous. All right, guys, my friends, it's so nice to be back. Happy Tuesday to you, Katie. Hi, Janet. Hi, Darlene. We'll see some of you tonight for LifeLab. Stay tuned tomorrow. We will, like, if we make it through the night, we're never always very sure as of last week. Yeah. So we didn't even do Valentine's Day.
That's okay.
Okay. We're so old. It's okay to miss Valentine's Day, as we had the typhoid fever. All right. We will see you. Keep the peace. Be of good peace.